She be effing up. She been effing up lately, Mike. You might
Yeah,
want to talk to her.
love
You
y'all.
know the
I didn't want to interrupt the thought. I'm
I
going
know
on
she.
mute.
I know she's your protege. She be your protege been effing up lately.
hey, I hear StreamYard's been kind of funky.
Yep, she been. We're having
Mandela.
trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook end. It's possible the stream was ended or deleted on Facebook. We'll keep trying to let you know if it's resolved. God.
It's them. See, I think they have a lot
It
of
it
people going to
really
StreamYard these days.
it really started when they opened the platform to the iPhone folks. No slight to the iPhone folks.
Seemed like a slight to the iPhone folks to me.
We
I'm
should all
just
go back to
saying.
BlackBerry.
Hey, Jacqueline Hendricks. Hey, Kenneth Dorsey, how you doing, sir? Oh, that's Women Who Jam. Women Who Jam are on?
Hmm.
They're on at 4 from 4 to 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's why we can't start. That's
you're
why we
10
can't go
minutes early.
live.
Well, we can't go live on your. We should be able to go live still on your personal page, but on the group page, I get that part because you're 10 minutes early with not 6 o'clock or
Hey,
5 o'clock.
hey, Deborah S. Well, you should have told me. We wouldn't have went.
Uh,
I didn't. You don't understand. You should have explained it to me. I would have said no problem. That's probably why we can't go live on Facebook. Why we're probably having problems.
Yeah.
I need you to be a smarty
I
pants.
can re
That's difficult.
I can relaunch on your group page in 10 minutes. It's your personal page that is now a problem. So
Well, you
just
shouldn't have.
stand by. Don't We're fine. We're okay. We're fine.
Hello there. Oh, I'm gonna check out.
As soon as I leave you guys, I got to go to rehearsal for Club Nouveau.
You have a do you have a set list yet?
Yeah.
Are you on setlist.com? Let me go check.
Nope. How do we get on setlist.com?
I gotta be able to spell it first. Nouveau AV. I got it. I think you just submit. You can submit your set list, and then people can go and they say like, "Ooh, that's cool." They're gonna start with this song, and then they're gonna go that song. They could be a smarty pants. Have you ever told the story how you came up with the name Club Nouveau?
No, but well, we were trying to be the new club,
Mm-hmm.
but it was too generic. So our lawyer told us it was too generic, and then Val went and found the new club um in print, Nouveau Riche, but newfound wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And our attorney said that Nouveau Riche had a negative connotation. So we took off the Riche and just made it Nouveau. And that's how, which was the new club.
Yeah. All right. That's cool.
Hmm.
Nouveau Club. Club Nouveau at Selin Arena, Fresno, California, July 13th, 2024.
Hmm.
No set list submitted. Love and Valentine Jam 23. No set list. So you're in here. Let me see. 2020. Las Vegas Block Party 2019. KBLA Stone Cold Concert. KBLA Stone Soul. Sorry, my bad. 80s Cruise. All right. Let me get back to work here. That's recording.
The JK Show. KBLA, the JK Show. The JK Show. The JK.
3 minutes, Jay.
3 minutes. Are you sure it's 3 minutes?
Oh, I see another clock that says 1 minute.
So what minute do you want it to be? 3 or 1?
2. 2 minutes, standby. What is correct? Okay, so yeah, you want to go 24 minutes the first half hour?
Yeah, but how many? But what is my first?
14.
My first set is what? 12 or 14?
Let's go 12 and 12.
12 and 12. Okay.
12 and 12.
So we're doing 12 minutes the first time out.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And 1 minute.
Oh, the Greek Theater. All right. 5 o'clock. All right, Jay, you ready?
Yep.
Am I? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The JK Show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. I want it to be good for you. My name is Jay King, and welcome to the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. Today, we are going to have a serious conversation about our president, Donald J. Trump, and some reasons that critics argue that Donald Trump is dangerous to the United States, to its democracy, and the American people. And it's all based on his actions, his rhetoric, and his policy positions. They seem to be a threat to democracy. From everything starting in 2020, when he undermined the elections, when he repeatedly claimed, without evidence, mind you, that the 2020 election was stolen. Donald Trump single-handedly eroded public trust in democratic institutions. He incited the Capitol insurrection. His rhetoric directly contributed to the violent January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. All done to overturn election results that even his vice president signed off on. His refusal to commit to peaceful transfer of power, never done before in the history of the United States until Donald Trump. He openly refused to say he'd honor election results unless he won, violating a core democratic principle. My name is Jay King. I am the CEO and president of the California Black Chamber of Commerce. I am the leader and creator of the group Club Nouveau. I'm on the air at 97.5 FM KDEE Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. And on Monday, I do a show on 97.5 FM called Politics from 1 to 3 p.m. From Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. I do a podcast called Kings in the Morning that you must listen to at your own risk. You can find us by going to YouTube and typing in J King Network. Donald Trump has been arguably the most controversial president we've ever come in contact with. He has changed the trajectory of the president, how a president is seen, how a president acts, what a president does. Over 160 executive orders written and signed in the first 4 or 5 months of his presidency. Nothing like it before. Many people were saying that he is governing by executive order. Donald Trump attempted to overthrow and overturn election results. Donald Trump went to different states where he thought he had favor, like Georgia and other states, to find votes to overturn his 2020 election laws. By doing such a thing, Donald Trump started a ticking time bomb that would explode in 2024 when he became president once again, using the same rhetoric to divide people, to scare people, to control people. And some of those same people that that bolstered his presidency, that said that Donald Trump was cheated in 2020, and they came back and they supported him in the 2024 election. Those same people were fired from their jobs just months later. There are farmers who stood by Donald Trump, who loved on Donald Trump, who praised Donald Trump, who today hate him. How could a man with so much luster become so dull so fast? Well, in this program today, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Donald Trump, and we're going to ask the question, is Donald Trump dangerous to the American process, America, and the American people? Or is Donald Trump the first blow at democracy as we know it, and the beginning of an authoritarian, let me get that mic, and the beginning of an authoritarian United States? It's a lot to unpack, and I promise you we will not unpack it in this program that's said to be an hour long, but when you talk about all the commercials and the different things in the middle of it, it's probably closer to 40, 45 minutes. But in 40, 45 minutes, I want to put a lot on your mind. So first of all, Donald Trump has done something that no leader has done before him. he has systematically separated the people. Now, first, he separated the Democrat from the Republican like nobody's done before him because he has separated them by race. So now, even within the parties, they're starting to see and feel the difference based on their color, based on their immigration status. Donald Trump sent a guy back to El Salvador that he knew was a citizen and then used the rhetoric that he was part of MS-13. And then the Donald Trump followers fell in line because Donald Trump is great at promoting propaganda, and Donald Trump followers are great at spreading the propaganda. We live in a world now where information can just float in the ethers and just grab a hold, whether it's true or not, whether it's real or not. It becomes real, it becomes true because it's out there and because people are saying it. These things that I will say are not things that I heard, are not things that other people said. These are facts that you can check. Let's talk about authoritarian behavior. Donald Trump has praised authoritarian leaders like Putin, like Kim Jong Un, like Xi Jinping, and leaders like that, while at the same time criticizing U.S. allies, criticizing democratic norms. Donald Trump has made people who have walked with, stood up for, and stood by the United States government the enemy. And those who've historically been at odds with us are friends. Donald Trump is playing a dangerous game because he doesn't understand the politics of politics. And he's not just putting himself in harm's way, he's putting us in harm's way. While he's doing these things in the country, in the United States, he's weaponizing federal agencies like the Department of Justice, like the FBI, like ICE, to attack his fellow Americans. And some of them for agendas that because he's a petty president. And so Donald Trump, if you were on the bad side, the wrong side, the side of Donald Trump where he feels like you've been against him, he's taking political revenge against you. Now, the things that I say, please don't take my word for it. Go and research it. Listen to Donald Trump in his own words, because it's all out there for you and I to hear. Is Donald Trump dangerous to the United States, to our democracy, to the American people? I'm asking you, what do you think? How do you see him? My name is Jay King, and you're tuned into the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. We'll be right back to unpack Donald Trump and his dangerous ways.
Got it. Very good. Thanks, Jay. That was a quick 12.
Well, that was 12, right?
Yeah, that was good. Good stuff. Very engaging. Okay. Ready for another 12.
Okay. You're tuned into the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. My name is Jay King. And, we're talking about Donald Trump and just some of the things that he's done, some of his rhetoric, how dangerous he has been to the democracy, to our process. And I'm not saying that this is a perfect union or that the United States has done everything right. How could I say such a thing? How could I say such a thing about a country? I'm sorry, Mike, let me go here. How could I say such a thing about a country that has promoted slavery, racism, bigotry, prejudice, and bias against the very people that helped build it into the country it is? So I don't want people to think that I'm saying bad Donald, good America, because that's not so. What Donald Trump has done and what makes him dangerous to the United States, what makes him dangerous to democracy, what makes him dangerous to the American people is that he understands the power of the presidency and he's using it in ways that has never been used before. He's taking the power of the president and pushing it beyond boundaries. He is using some of his political appointments in judgeships to his advantage. That's what his thought is. Donald Trump said that he was going to shrink the government, that he was going to go after those who were stealing from the American people, and then he started terminating jobs from regular American people, a lot who voted for him. A lot who voted for him, they lost their jobs because they all believed that he would go to the top. They thought that he would go to the senators and the congressmen and women and all those contracts that they were given to their friends and people they knew for kickbacks and for political contributions. They thought that he would start there, but they were wrong. Because Donald Trump stands for the wealthy 1% in the country. And all those who support Donald Trump support things that are going to be dangerous to our country, like attacking the free press. The beautiful thing about America is that we supposedly had a press that was unpenetratable. In other words, we had so much freedom that our press could say anything, that they could have a voice, that they could fight for the people, that they could say what they wanted to say, but not in today's political landscape, not with Donald Trump. Donald Trump calls the press the enemy of the people. Donald Trump has tried to delegitimize any negative coverage of him. And it goes back to authoritarian. Authoritarians, one of their common tactics is to delegitimize any negative coverage because they're perfect. They didn't do anything wrong. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump will tell you himself in his own voice, there's never been a president smarter than me. I'm the best president the USA has ever had. I can stop the war. As soon as I step in, I'll stop the war between Russia and Ukraine, and one day it'll be over. Food prices will go down. Gas prices will go down. The American people. And people bought it. And then as he started to attack the free press, people started attacking with him. Some of those people were the actual free press because they believed him. Because that's what dictators with charisma and that know how to dissuade people from truth and fact, that's how they win. They weaponize different agencies that existed. They take out people who were there, like the DOJ, like the FBI, like ICE, like the Department of Education. They take people out so they can put their people in, and then they sound just like him because he is the puppet master. Anybody who has a disdain for checks and balances, you have to look out for. So what does Donald Trump want to do? He wants to bypass Congress. He wants to challenge judicial authority. He undermines the separation of powers. He believes that the president has complete and utter authority like a king or an authoritarian. And that's what he wants. And that's why a lot of people believe that Donald Trump wants to be president for life. He's divisive and dangerous with his rhetoric. He fuels white supremacy. And again, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. He refused to clearly denounce white supremacists. And he told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. Donald Trump is allowing white Afrikaners from South Africa to come into this country. White folk who supported and benefited from the apartheid in South Africa are now allowed to come into our country. Any kind of program that's federal that can help even a playing field for those who have been marginalized and treated unfairly can have a chance at having a good business or starting their life on a more even playing field. He's taken all those programs away. So think about this. Donald Trump has weaponized federal agencies, started attacking the free press, does not want to follow protocols with checks and balances, and is causing divisive, dangerous rhetoric. And you add all that together, and then you multiply it by the idea of him promoting conspiracy theories. Yeah. See, Donald Trump legitimized QAnon. Donald Trump bolstered false COVID-19 claims. Donald Trump put our public safety at risk. And because we are a country and a people that are tired of this old political system, this old, outdated democratic system. Donald Trump was the right guy at the right time with the right words to do the wrong things. That may be the beginning of the dismantling of the United States as we know it. Is Donald Trump dangerous to the United States, its democracy, and the American people? I'm asking you. It's the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. We'll be right back.
Good, Jay. Thanks. Got it.
How do I have what do I have?
Yep, 9 minutes here. Another 4.5 and 4.5 after that, if you'd like.
Okay. It's the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. My name is Jay King. And it's a serious discussion about Donald Trump and his impact on the American public, on our institutions, and our Constitution itself. Donald Trump has promoted conspiracy theories, has fanned flames with divisive and dangerous rhetoric, has sidestepped our systems of checks and balances, have attacked our free press and kicked him out of his press conferences if they didn't believe if they didn't believe what he said, or if they didn't agree with what he said. He has weaponized federal agencies. He has acted like an authoritarian, like a dictator. He has encouraged voter suppression. Not only did he support the January 6th undermining of the election by trying to overturn the elections at the U.S. Capitol, once he became president, he pardoned all those folks, along with many others. Some that have been very disruptive and have eroded some of the ideas of fairness in our country because of their corruptness and their lawlessness. Donald Trump has rewarded them with a political pardon. I want people to think about, especially those who support Donald Trump. I want you to think about what we're saying here. This isn't one thing that we're talking about. This isn't one area that we're speaking about. This is across the board. Who Donald Trump is and what he's done. And you all continue to follow him and make everybody else wrong and him right. That's what they did with Hitler. He was fiery enough. He was arrogant enough. He was narcissistic enough. Donald Trump, you guys, faced numerous criminal indictments. He faced multiple indictments related to election interference, classified documents and fraud. He profits off the presidency. He funneled taxpayer money into his own properties and promoted his businesses while in office, which is a clear conflict of interest. As a matter of fact, Jimmy Carter owned a peanut farm. And when he became president, as soon as he became president, the first thing he did was sell his peanut farm so that it wouldn't look like he was showing favor to that industry. The Mueller report cited numerous instances of potential obstruction of justice, but he was protected by the DOJ and the DOJ policy from prosecution. This is who Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is showing you, as he once said famously, that he could grab him by the pee or shoot somebody in the head in the middle of a street in New York. I can't remember the exact term, but he said nobody would do anything about it. That's where we are now. When we talk about policy and governance, when we talk about the decorum and the respect of the presidency, I can't tell you that we see that in the actions of Donald J. Trump. I can tell you this. Today, even people who support him are getting tired. This past weekend, he had a parade for his birthday. They were expecting over 200,000 people to show up. In the last report, I believe, it was said to be 10,000 people or less. That's the good news. The bad news is Donald Trump understands his power better than any of us and any president before him. And I would not be surprised, and neither should you, if Donald Trump didn't take American troops and turn them on American people and put martial law in place. And bully us into a direction that may cause him to be the president or in the president's position for a third term until things calm down. There are a lot of Donald Trump lovers, people that love Donald Trump, that don't believe that such a thing could happen. When it does happen, I wonder what they would say then, because they continue to move the goalposts as Donald Trump does things even they don't believe he would do. When we come back, we're going to talk about the environmental deregulations. We're going to talk about the cruel immigration policies and why we as Black folk in this country better pay attention and march with those who are being marginalized right now, because we're going to be next. And the long-term damage of Donald Trump to our country and to our democracy. and why you should not be surprised. If this country starts to fall apart right before your very eyes within this decade. We have a lot to be concerned about. And Donald Trump is at the top of that list. My name is Jay King, and this is the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. We'll be right back.
All right, got it. That was 9. Good 9.
Okay. I was right on time, right?
Right on time.
So how many minutes I got here?
So 2 segments left.
4 minutes.
Yep, 4 and 4.
Okay. You ready?
I am, sir.
Hold on. Let me get to 34. Let me give 20 seconds. 59, 2, 5, 4, 3. Okay. It's the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580.
Asking everyone to please stand by. I believe there's a bit of technical difficulty here. We're waiting for him to return. Thank you for your patience.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Now we can. Yeah, you're
And you're
back now.
back.
Yeah. I'm
You-
oh,
Would you
wow.
mind
So I
starting
don't
that
know what
first
just happened.
Would you mind
Yeah.
starting that first segment again?
Huh? Shit, I don't, what was what was I at? What was I at?
You were right at the beginning of the 4th segment. So if you want to start the 4th and 5th.
Okay. Um, you tuned into we're back. It's the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. This is a serious subject, and we're talking about how dangerous Donald Trump has been and will be to our democracy and American people if we don't address it now. I mean, really address it. Donald Trump is doing everything he can to separate the American people because if the American people come together, like you're starting to see happen across the country, not black, not white, not Asian, not Hispanic, not immigrant, not citizen, people, all people, because they're getting tired. They're getting tired of his policy and governance failures. They're getting tired of him downplaying the COVID 19 virus and promoting the unproven treatments contributed to a slower and deadlier national response. They're getting tired of his environmental deregulation and how he rolled back key environmental protections, how he's starting to worsen climate change, how he's endangering public health, and in some cases, making it where Americans have no health or health care. We're watching his cruel immigration policies, how his administration has separated thousands of children from their families at the border, a lot of them without proper records so that they can be brought together. And we who are not the ruling class had better pay attention. Black folk had better march with Brown, with immigrant, with Asian, with Native, with women. We had better make our voices heard everywhere we can because we are next. Yeah, you and me. We are not without the polarization of Donald Trump. You have to remember, this is the same president that saw 5 black boys get accused of rape and attempted murder in New York City, in Central Park. And even after it was found that they were innocent, that the DNA just didn't match, he said, kill them anyway. That's who the president is. That's who is the president of the United States of America. That's who represents us on the world stage. Is Donald Trump dangerous to the United States, to its democracy, and to the American people? I'm asking you. You tell me. It's the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. When we come back, we'll close this thing up.
Thanks, Jay. That went 5 minutes. So if you want to go 4, 3.5, that'd be great.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah. You ready?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said yes.
It's the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. And Trump's leadership has exacerbated division across race, across class, and ideology and geography. He has deepened the social and political rifts that have long been here in American life. The points that I've made today are based on a wide range of reports and legal documents and statements that were made during and after his presidency the first time around. So a lot of Donald Trump supporters might dispute or frame some of these actions a little differently than me, but these are core concerns that are often raised by regular Americans, watchdog groups, legal scholars, and human rights organizations. What is it about us that we would all be wrong? And what is it about him that everything he says, everything he does, and every move he makes would be right? Is Donald Trump dangerous to the American democracy, to the American people, and to the American way of life? I'm asking you. My name is Jay King, and you've been listening to the Jay King Show at KBLA Talk 1580. I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Jay.
All right. Thank you, Mike. I gotta go. I gotta go to rehearsal for Club Nouveau, for our show Saturday. If you haven't gotten your tickets, go to clubnouveau.ticketleap.com. That's clubnouveau.ticketleap.com, and check us out this Saturday in Folsom if you're in the Northern California area. Thank you so much, and I'll see you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Snitch.
You're welcome. Great job, guys. Ending it now.